Good afternoon, everybody. I just had to come on here and speak on this because a lot of people don't know the difference. And I'm going to wait and see if anybody comes in. If not, I'll continue, but I'll give it a minute. Drinking my afternoon tea. And this is just informational so that people will understand exactly what is going on. Hey BMW, how you doing, hon? TRG, hi. Okay, but there's a difference between SSI and Social Security. Hi, Ursula. Now, Social Security you get because you've worked, and they pay you according to your income and how long you've worked and that sort of thing. Well, not how long, but the highest 3/4 of your employment. And that's Social Security. You get it because you worked. Social Security disability is if you've worked and you get sick. And whatever quarters you have during that time, that's what you get. And so that's something that you have actually, it's based upon your work history. SSI is a whole different thing. And I used to work in social services when I was, years and years ago, but I know the drill. And that really hasn't changed. SSI, you can get if you're disabled and unable to work, if you don't have enough quarters or any quarters at all, if you're 65. So anything before 65 is because of disability. But you see on this avatar where it says income restrictions, you have to report income. This SSI is just like food stamps. It's part of the government's safety net for people. But if you get any sort of income, you have to report it to them. Otherwise, it's fraud. So if you earned, I don't care if it's $20, they're very strict about this. If you get $20, you got to tell them, hey, I got $20. And you know what they'll do? They'll deduct that from your monthly amount. And they give you certain sorts of so many exemptions. So you may end up getting, they give you an exemption for travel expenses to wherever you made the money, that sort of thing, you know, and you may end up getting $5 taken off, but you have to report it. You see, when you first apply for this, just like food stamps, there's a little box you check that you agree to report any and all income that you receive. And if you don't, then you are subject to criminal penalties, and that is fraud. So if you are getting SSI based upon, because you can get SSI at 25 if you're disabled. You can get it at 30 if you're disabled. But if you get SSI and you're supposed to be disabled, then and you go out and you're working or earning money, that's fraud. And that is when, like you say, people who get food stamps know all about that. People who get any sort of government assistance know all about that. Now, the people who are on Social Security that they've earned, they don't have to report any income because that's their money. That's money that they've earned through the Social Security system. But when you have money coming in and you don't tell SSI, you're in a lot of trouble. And you really cannot, act as if it's something that belongs to you and you can do what you want to do because you didn't, earn it. Once you've earned it, that's a whole different ball game if you've earned it. But if you haven't earned it, it's just like going to get food stamps. It's not something that, it's an entitlement program, but you're not entitled to it if you don't report your income properly. And most people seem to understand that. But I think a lot of people don't understand the difference between SSI and regular straight Social Security that you get because you worked. And if you're working or if you have and you get sick and you can't work again, then you can apply for regular Social Security disability. But if you haven't worked or you barely worked and you get disabled or whatever, disabled means just that. It means you cannot work. It means you can't even sit at home on the phone or the computer and work remotely for someone. It means you cannot work at all. And essentially, it's fraudulent. And you cannot collect Social Security. Let me correct you right here, J Babies. Um, he's not old enough to collect Social Security, okay, and Social Security disability either, basically. But if he's collecting Social Security, then he shouldn't be so worried about it because there's no income restrictions on Social Security. If you're getting Social Security, there's no income restrictions. Okay? You see it says right there on this avatar, income restrictions? You get it because you're disabled? So that's SSI. No, yes, you can at age 62, but uh, he's 63, I believe. And according to him, what he says, before anything else, he was been collecting it for a while. So it was before age 62. So there's that. Anything else, J Babies? Maybe you were late, but as I said, I used to work uh, for social services agencies, and I've helped people who are disabled get um, SSI. There is a big difference, and you have to work. And um, honestly, based upon his story, he never worked long enough to get Social Security. Anything else, J Babies? You have to work so many years to get Social Security. And you can collect what you've worked for at age 62. So um, you can honestly deduce that, it's SSI. You can't work for 10 years and get Social Security. Sorry. It doesn't work like that. You got to work a lot of years. And it's called quarters that you earn. Right, BMW? Yeah. But my point is Well, I don't know what kind of work he did if he was incarcerated. J babies. You can collect SSI the same, without even having to work. So, and I'm talking about people who've worked 20 years who've had difficulty because they don't have enough quarters. People who've worked 30 years who have to keep working because they need to earn a few more quarters because they pay you by the quarters. And if you're 1 quarter short, they won't give it to you. So that's your understanding, but I'm sorry, I disagree. I don't know about that, but I'm on here, you came on here mentioning his name, so I'm giving information. And if you can sit at home, if you can talk on the phone, and you're not disabled, according to Social Security, you can work. But you do have to report your income on SSI. And yeah, because that's what he's concerned about. You see, he gets upset when people threaten to do that to him because he knows he's supposed to report it. And it is fraud. And everybody calls SSI Social Security because it's under the Social Security Administration. The person, the people that I've helped, one of them was paralyzed. And he got SSI immediately. People with drug issues can get SSI because it's considered, some of them is considered an illness. So when you have, you qualify for SSI, but again, look at the avatar, income restrictions. You have to report it. And that's at any age. I agree, BMW, but I don't know enough about him. I just know what he has said online, and based upon what he said online, um, he's getting SSI. And somebody seems to know that. Some other person seems to know that as well. I don't know how they found out. But you can honestly come to that conclusion when you listen to him speak about his life. So, anyway, you all, I wanted people to know the difference and why people get pressed about being reported to Social Security. Because if you get SSI, it's not a lot of money. No. And if you report it, they give you so many credits on it that if you report it, you're going to probably get, close to the same amount that you would get because they take off so many dollars per so many dollars. Okay. I don't know their formula, but you still walk away. It's just like people with food stamps. They report their income, they take off the amount of food stamps you get, but you still get close to the same amount. So, anyway, that's what I want to come on here and share with you all and let you know there's a difference. There's Social Security, retirement that you can get at age 62, as Babies accurately said, from working most of your life. There's Social Security disability that you can get at any age if you become disabled or blind. And there's SSI, you know, which is the same thing. Only thing is that you don't earn it. It is not based upon your earnings, and that is why they have income restrictions. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to come in and point out these differences to you, and let you know that there is a difference, that there's a reason to suspect fraud. And if it's not fraud, then why worry? You know? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he said that he's disabled. BMW. Yeah, and I don't care either. And basically, I'm just on here so people will know the difference because I've heard a lot of different things about SSI and Social Security and SSDI. You know, there's three different ways you can get income from Social Security, and two of them you have to work many years to get those benefits. So anyway, you guys, I'm filing for as of 3 months before you. Good for you, hon. Good for you, BMW. Good for you. I'm not gonna put that banner up there. But anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'm going to get back to my day. But I just thought I'd come and share that because we need to know. People need to know exactly, what's going on. Hi, Ursula and TRG. I don't know if I said hi to you all at all. Okay. You all have a beautiful day and enjoy your evening. Bye bye.